Hi, how are you? I'm Michael Powell, former chairman of the FCC, and I'm here with my good friend, also former chairman of the FCC, Hundt.
I think I can speak for Mike. We're really glad that Chairman Janikowski is the one in charge now, and we get to sit in the cheap seats and watch the show. But I think the following is true and true for all Americans. It's really, really important to have broadband extend coast to coast and north to south, be affordable for everybody, be valuable for everybody, and be the platform where basic public goods are delivered at really, really low cost to 100% of Americans, the following public goods. Everybody ought to be able to have very, very easy access to electronic healthcare records. We ought to have the best possible energy efficiency software installed everywhere so that you can curtail the energy use in your own house the way you want to. We ought to have access to the services that constitute democracy. We ought to have public safety. And we ought to have remote education. These are the basic public goods: health, energy, education, democracy, and safety. And broadband is the only plausible platform for delivering them.
You know, I think Reed's describing the positive agenda that's well encompassed in the National Broadband Plan, and I think we should be grateful to Chairman Janikowski and the FCC in their extraordinary efforts in developing that as a way of getting us all as a nation on the same sheet of music. I think in the context of that, debates about regulatory power are commonplace in this space, but we should be cautious to understand there's way more doable under the current regime than not doable. And the basic premise that we need a whole body of regulation to advance some of these national objectives probably should be seen somewhat skeptically. But that said, I think Reed and I are on the same sheet of music. I mean, we can't lose sight of the real important thing, which is how does this country triple down, really, on its investment in the infrastructure? How does it begin to incorporate that infrastructure in our national priorities so that broadband starts being a conversation about healthcare, clean air, and energy, and not a conversation about arcane regulatory gyrations that sort of are the never-ending 100-year-old battle inside the Communications Act? If we as a country let that happen, shame on us, frankly, that we collapse into that kind of rearward-looking approach and don't find some creative way for us to collectively move forward.